Hi and welcome. I'm George Pierce. I am the founder of Internet Marketer Training, and I want to thank you for watching this video. This video is about viewer engagement, and what viewer engagement is in other words, what we're talking about is likes, comments, subscribe, and sharing. So that is part of the YouTube algorithm that YouTube uses to measure our viewer retention or kind of rank our videos. So the more engagement that we get, the more that YouTube feels as though people like our videos that shows that our videos are more popular, and therefore they're getting more engagement, and therefore they're going to get higher ranks. So it's part of the algorithm. Now, the previous part of this algorithm is in the previous video, which is viewer retention. It all is actually part of viewer retention. But the viewer engagement is getting the people to like your video, getting them to comment, and to share and to subscribe. Now, one way to do that, and the best way, is what I call the Steve Martin way. And Steve Martin said, be so darn good they cannot ignore you. And you may not know who Steve Martin is, but he exemplified that as far as his career goes. And you can always look him up, but if you don't know who he is. But the idea is that make a video that's so doggone good that they have to comment. That was just the best video I've ever seen. That I just really, that you nailed it, whatever. So one of the ways that you're going to actually spark comments, likes, shares, and subscriptions is with your content. So pack that video so doggone full of good content that they want to make a comment and so on. Now the other way, the best suggestion, the second best suggestion I guess I can make, is to ask for it. A-S-K. Ask and you shall receive. I wish it was I wish it was that simple, but if you ask, you've got a much better chance of getting a comment or a like or a subscribe or a share and so on. So these are just a couple of things that you can do now. Another little trick is to consider what would motivate your viewer to make a comment about your video, and that can vary from video to video, of course. But is there one hot button? Is there one thing about your video that would probably be to grab your viewer more than any other part? Well, then ask about that part of your video. Ask them to make a comment about that, and then when you do ask, try to make it. Typically, I would start out with what's called so you want to make it what's called a closed-end question, which simply means that they've only got maybe a couple of choices, typically a yes or no, or I'm in favor, I'm against. So you may not want to ask what's called an open-end question, but the main thing is to ask. And again, if you can ask about a part of your video that you feel is probably the most important part, or the part that's going to, again, grab your visitor or viewer the most, then they're going to be more motivated to want to make a comment. And then your asking is just going to help nudge them to make that comment. So that's to me, that's probably one of the more effective ways to actually get comments. And again, ask. I can't tell you enough. Ask. I had to learn that the hard way in sales. If you don't ask for a sale, you don't get it. 99% of the time, you might get a, so you have to ask in order to receive. So the other thing I want to share with you is I'm going to share some information with you about being a small channel. The fact that a small channel can rise quite well even though you're small. And part of it's based on the viewer retention that I talked about in the previous video, and part of it's getting your viewers to watch your videos. But the biggest part is to get the subscribers that actually want your content. And once you get a good group of subscribers that watch your content because they love your content, or at least they like it, then YouTube sees that. So you've got a much better chance of rising through the ranks. And I'm going to show you how that's actually starting to work with this channel. And I don't mean that braggingly. What I'm wanting to share with you is this is what you can do. You can do it just like I can do it. And just watch the videos and follow the steps. That I'm sharing with you what I'm doing. Do the right steps. It doesn't matter, because the content is going to save us. That's what they really want. They're not coming to you're not watching this video to watch me. You don't care about that. They don't care about you or I. They want that content. They want that content. And if it's quality content, and I mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it one more time because it's quite important. It's going to help your viewer, or it's something that they can use, or it's something that's going to entertain them. And there's nothing wrong with entertaining. So it's going to help them. It's something they can use. It's going to solve a problem. So that's the whole idea of your video. So help your viewer as much as you can, and that's the idea of that quality content. And when they go away from your video feeling that you have helped them, that it's benefited them in some way or in many ways, then they're much more likely to subscribe. They're much more likely to want to comment, share, like, and so on. So these are tips, but I'm going to share with you some more information about a couple of things about how a small channel can actually rise through the ranks by simply engaging the right activities. And one last tip that's really going to help you get more subscribers. And then I'm going to ask you to make a comment about that last tip. So let's get to showing you how a small channel can actually rise through the ranks. So the first thing I want to do is show you that a small channel can still begin to rank. You don't get much smaller. Most of the important parts of that. This is 6 Steps to Improve Your Retention, part of our series, and there's the suggested videos. This is number 2. This is one of George Pierce. That's one of my videos, one of our videos. So what I'm just wanting to share with you that what you are viewing, what you are seeing, what this series is all about, is already beginning to work. And we're only just a few weeks into this. This usually takes about 6 months. YouTube algorithm. And the videos, like me, it doesn't want to shut up. So now this is one of the channels. I'm going to show you several, because this is another one. My Internet Marketing Pick of the Week, which is 3/23, is actually a couple of days early. But you can see here, now actually none of these are my channel. I don't know. Okay, here we go. I was going to show you that none of these are my channel. This is my channel in the 5th spot. 10 views. 10 little tiny views, and I'm already a suggested video. The reason is that I'm getting my ducks in a row. I'm building a solid foundation on YouTube. And I don't mean that braggingly. I'm just expressing that you need to do the same. That's all. And these kind of things that are going to happen. Getting your videos over here on the right-hand side is a major step. It's not, getting thousands and thousands of views your very first hour. That's real. That's what we're all after. But this is how you climb the ladder. Let me just look at a couple more here. This is Internet Marketing Made Easy, 6 lousy views. And I don't mean that those are my videos, but look at this. How to get better YouTube results. Number 3, 3 views. That's George Pierce. That's #1 spot, suggested video. So why? I'm in internet marketing, and everything that I do has got internet marketing in the description, internet marketing in the tags, and so on, and all the other appropriate keywords and so on. But I'm doing some of the basic things that if you'll do, these are the kind of things that are going to begin to happen. Let me just look at one more. Okay, this is not what I want to show you. I want to go here, and I want to show you how we're going to rank, how you're going to get more subscribers. And I'm going to my YouTube channel. I hope. I apologize for the slow internet. I'm going to share this with you. While that is loading, this is how to get more subscribers. If you have a username, and you may just have an ID at the moment, I've just got an ID. Once you get further on up, you'll actually be able to pick a username. I'm not sure if that comes at 1,000 subscribers or not. But what you want to do is either insert your username, and I'm going to leave this down below. You want to insert your username or your ID in this URL. So, and you can find that by going to your channel, which is here, and you'll see studioyoutube.com channel, blah, 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 and this is my ID. And you will find the same thing on yours, and that will be your ID. Let me go back to that. And then what you do is simply insert that up to the question mark, and then it'll be question mark sub confirmation dash equals 1. So just follow this, insert your ID here, then this link is going to take anybody that clicks this link to your subscribe page. And what I've done is I've taken this link that I put in my ID here, then I went to bit.ly, you can go to any URL shortener that you want, and I've come up with IMT subscribe, which is Internet Marketer Training Center, because IMT dash subscribe was taken. But and then I put this in my description: subscribe for more videos, and you'll see it below this video. So never miss a video. There's my bit.ly link, and subscribe and hit the bell. So that's going to get you more subscribers. People are getting banner blind, and they're getting subscribe blind in a sense. So even though there's that big subscribe button over there, they don't seem to hit it, even though we ask them. And yes, they will on occasion, but this is another way, and it's sort of like, in other words, you ask for the sale more than once. You don't just ask for the sale, you ask for it more than once. If you've been on a sales page, on a long sales page, you'll see on the internet, you'll see that they'll ask you to buy 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 7 times typically. That they ask you to buy more than once. So you're asking them to subscribe more than once. You're going to ask them in your video. You're going to ask them with the subscribe button. You're going to ask them in your description, subscribe for more videos. And then here again, I would shorten that link, of course. And you can use bit.ly, or there's just put in URL shorteners. There's plenty of URL shorteners that'll do it for you. And then put that shorter link in here, and something like never miss a video, do not miss our videos, etc. And that will help you to get more subscribers. So that's the little tip that I wanted to give you to enable you to get more subscribers. And now I'm going to ask you a question. So I'm going to conclude by asking you a question about whether or not you're going to use the information that I just gave you about gaining more subscribers in your description. And I just want to remind you that people are getting blind to that subscribe button, because you and me and everybody else is asking them to subscribe. There's a red subscribe button, and they just kind of don't even see it anymore. So are you going to include it in your description? It'll take you a couple of minutes to do this, to find your ID or your username, and then a couple more minutes to include it in your description. Then you've got it. I have a permanent, almost a permanent list of things that I include in my description, which you will see below. And you can do the same. And with me, it's mostly resources. But again, my question to you, and I would appreciate a comment: are you going to use it? Yes or not? No. If you want to tell me why, that's fine. If you're not, that's fine. But a comment would be, I'd appreciate it very much. Certainly a like. And again, I'm asking you, just like I tell you to ask, but I would appreciate a like, certainly, and I appreciate a comment. If you do like this video and you feel it's worth sharing, then for goodness sakes, it takes a second, just hit the share, and you have all kinds of places you can share if you haven't been there before. Real easy. Fortunately, sharing is real easy. Just basically a couple of clicks, and you've shared it on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter and so on. So Reddit, and Tumblr, and so on. So a lot of different places. And I'm going to get into that in the next video, by the way. After your video is uploaded, you're not done. Most of us think, oh, we're done. We can go on to the next video. You're not done. You got several more steps that you need to take care of, and I'll share that with you in the next video. And once that video is published, of course, there'll be a link to the next video, link to the previous video, and a link to the first video in this series as far as YouTube training goes. And what I'm trying to do is to help you improve your YouTube results. It's that simple. And there's I think we're on video number 7 at this point. Probably going to end up at about 9, maybe 10. And I might add more later, but probably 9 or 10 videos will be altogether in the series. If you're on YouTube, get serious about it and watch the videos and put what I'm sharing into action. If you're at this point in the video, I feel as though you are serious, so I want to commend you for that. But getting the knowledge doesn't do us a whole lot of good unless we put it into action. So take that next step as well and put it into action. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, and I do want to wish you much success.